Hey all, it's Jonathan from Style Factory here, the go-to site for e-commerce advice. In this Shopify dropshipping guide, I'm going to walk you through the key steps you need to get started with this popular business model. I'll also share some key tips on how you can make a success of it. Let's start things off with a very quick explainer of how dropshipping works. Dropshipping is a business model where you don't manufacture, purchase, store, or deliver any products. Instead, you take orders for products via your online store and pass them on to a supplier. The supplier then charges you for the goods and sends them to the customer. This makes the dropshipping model a low-risk way to start a business. Okay, so now I'm going to walk you through the key steps involved in starting your Shopify dropshipping business. I'll start by looking at niche selection. 1. Find a good niche. Before you start building your dropshipping store, it's really important to choose the right niche. Your niche is the type of product or group of products you're going to sell, and getting your niche right is essential to the success of your store. There are 3 main ways to identify a good niche to dropship in: through keyword research, checking out trends, and using data from advertising services. Let's look at keyword research first. Keyword research gives you a great way to identify profitable niches. If you find out that a lot of people are searching for a particular product on Google every month, and that it's going to be relatively easy to get your store to the top of the search results for queries about that item, then happy days. You've just found a potentially good niche. I've put a link to our guide on how to do keyword research in the video description, or if you're watching on YouTube, click the card at the top right-hand corner of the screen to access it now. Looking at trends data is another good way to find a niche. There are 2 key services that dropshippers often use to spot potential opportunities. The first is the Google Trends service. This lets you see how popular particular search phrases are on Google and how popular they've been over time. The other is the TikTok Creative Center. This is a free resource that shows you what's performing well on TikTok, including viral products, popular search terms, and top performing ads. Just head to the top ads or top products section, filter by region or category, and you'll get a sense of what kind of products people are particularly interested in right now. And finally, you can use advertising data to identify a niche. Facebook and Google Ads are typically the 2 main services used for advertising drop-shipped products, and both let you access a wealth of data about people's interests and searches. You can use this information to see what sort of demand there's likely to be for particular products, and use the available data to decide upon your dropshipping niche. When you're confident that you've found the right niche for your business, it's time to sign up for Shopify. 2. Sign up for Shopify. The best way to sign up for Shopify is to use its special extended trial. This lets you use the platform free for 3 days and then extend your trial to 3 months for $1 per month. You'll find a direct link to this special trial in the video description. Signing up is straightforward. You'll be asked a few simple onboarding questions and then be taken to your Shopify dashboard. 3. Pick a theme. Once you've started your trial, it's time to pick a theme for your store. You can do this by going to the online store section of your Shopify dashboard, then clicking Import Theme and Visit Theme Store. Alternatively, just follow the link to the theme library that I've put in the video description. This will show you all of Shopify's free and premium themes and let you make use of them right away. 4. Choose a dropshipping app. The next step in your Shopify dropshipping setup is connecting your store to a dropshipping supplier. You do this by adding a dropshipping app to your store. A dropshipping app lets you pick and choose which products you want to list on your site, imports all the relevant product details into your site automatically, and notifies your supplier every time there's an order that needs to be fulfilled. Some of the most popular dropshipping apps for Shopify include Deezer, great for sourcing from AliExpress; Zendrop, ideal for US and EU shipping; Spocket, good for fast shipping products from local suppliers; Modalist, good for selling branded or higher-end products. To add any of these apps, go to the Shopify App Store, search for the app name and hit Install. I've put a link to the Shopify App Store in the video description. Once you've installed the dropshipping app, You can now select the products you'd like to sell on your e-commerce store. Using most dropshipping apps involves a process in which you browse products, select the ones you want to list on your store, and then simply push them to Shopify. This will import all the product details to your Shopify store automatically, images, descriptions, and so on. One thing that it's really important to remember here is to not simply rely on the standard product information for your product titles and descriptions. Lots of other dropshipping stores will be doing exactly that. Instead, try to craft unique and compelling copy that helps your products stand out in a crowded marketplace. When you're finished adding products, it's time to market your dropshipping store. I'm going to discuss how to do that in just a moment. But before, I'd just like to say that if you're interested in learning more about selling online, do check out the Style Factory e-commerce starter kit. This contains a host of useful resources on building an online business, and I've put a link to it in the video description. 5. Promote your dropshipping store. At this point, you've got your Shopify store, found your niche, and have added all your products. But unless you have a strong marketing plan in place, your new e-commerce business isn't going to make any sales. There are 4 things that you'll typically need to focus on to ensure that your dropshipping store is successful: search engine optimization, content marketing, online advertising, and email marketing. Let's go through these quickly now. Search engine optimization. Search engine optimization, or SEO, is the process of optimizing your store around keywords that you want to rank for in search results. It may sound scary, but it's actually easier than you might think. And there are lots of resources available online to help you with it. In the video description, you'll find a link to our full guide to Shopify SEO. Or if you're watching on YouTube, click the card at the top right corner of the screen to access it now. Next up, content marketing. As its name suggests, content marketing is a way of using content like blog posts or videos to attract visitors to your site. If your content is strong enough, it's likely to perform well in search, and if it's trustworthy and informative enough, it's likely to encourage people to buy from you. You'll find a link in the description to a Style Factory resource about how to grow your traffic through blogging. Online advertising. When it comes to online advertising, there are lots of platforms that let you run ads online, but Google Ads, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram end up being the starting point for many dropshippers. They are easy enough to use and command huge audiences. There are also lots of resources available online to help merchants make the most of them, and we've linked to a few of these in the video description. Email marketing. Email marketing is a hugely effective way to generate sales. Newsletters let you place your latest products right in front of the people that are most likely to buy from you, and they typically offer you a great return on investment. Check out the link in the video description for our guide on how to get started with email marketing. And that's it, our guide to Shopify dropshipping. For more great Shopify tips, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notifications bell. And finally, if you have any queries about setting up a Shopify dropshipping business, please let us know in the comments section below. We read them all and we'll do our best to help.